Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here for my second and final video of the night. This time on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. As always, make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share the video all over the internet. But don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And hopefully YouTube can send out my videos to you. But if not, try to refresh my channel every day or every other day or every week, or just ask a friend, or just search my name, my channels in the search bar, and hopefully you'll find my videos. And if not, well, I can't help you. That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Monday night, October the 26th, 2020, or if you're watching now from somewhere else, it is now October the 27th, 2020. And just want to say a big happy birthday to my girl, Kelly Osbourne. Turned a big old, I think, 35, 36 today. Well, gonna be today. And a big happy birthday to my pop. I'm not gonna tell you his age, but he's a good man. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So happy birthday to my dad and to Kelly Osbourne. I'm practically the lost Osbourne, if you think about it. I am. It's true. Ozzy basically called me his son, but last time I met him. Oh, I love that Peter Gilmore. He's a great man. Practically my fucking son, man. Ain't that right, Sharon? Yeah. I'm practically an Osbourne. Imagine, I wish I lived in California. I'd be raking in more dough than I'm already making it now. I'd be working for Ozzy and Sharon. I could be working for Kelly for all I care. I'd be banging Kelly, too. Another story, another time. Anyway, so happy birthday to my pop, and happy birthday to Kelly Osbourne, and anybody else who is having a birthday on October the 27th, 2020. So happy birthday to you. My birthday's in 8 weeks, so Christmas Eve in 8 weeks. So if you want to buy me a gift, just let me know. I accept monetary funds, not e-begging. But I accept checks, money orders, PayPal, whatever. And you can send me freaking PlayStation 4 games. I don't care. And that's that. So, yeah, Christmas coming in 8 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. 8 weeks till Christmas. 4 weeks till Thanksgiving. So, the holiday season is fast approaching. So, we got Halloween this Saturday. Don't know how it's going to go with all the kiddies coming out. I don't know what time they're going to come out, probably around 2, 3 o'clock. Going to be a cold Halloween here in the Northeast. I mean, like 45 degrees. Whoosh. And I got to work and that fucking shit. But at least on Sunday, it gets back up to 60. So after that, after Friday and Saturday, when it gets to like 45, close to 50 degrees, gets right back up to 60. So we get those 2 winter-like days, a couple of late fall days, because it's just about late fall right now. So, and then we hit November on Sunday. We turn the clock back 1 hour on Sunday from 2 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So we gain an extra hour of sleep, which I would need. But and we start November on Sunday, and it's going to be a pretty interesting November. Got the election next Tuesday. Hopefully Trump wins, but we don't know. He's leading in some states, so doing a lot of campaigning this week. Same thing with Mr. Biden. So it's going to be a race to the finish for the next 7 days. So we'll see what happens. But vote for Trump, because I said so. Because he's going to make America great again. So Hopefully 4 more years with Trump. So. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And like I said, if Biden wins, we're going to become a socialist nation. It's going to be utter chaos on November the 3rd, and November the 4th. Actually, November the 4th is probably going to be the most chaotic day, depending on whoever wins. Probably get protests and just utter fucking chaos. Next Wednesday, going to be utter fucking chaos. Hopefully, I don't have to work, but we'll see. That's that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Monday night, check out my Hell in a Cell review that I did earlier in the day on the Peter Gilmer YouTube wrestling channel. Check it out. Link is down below in the description box. So, check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night, Monday night review for October the 26th, 2020, from the Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida, at the Amway Center. Got a few more weeks, got another month to go at the Amway Center, and then after that, we have no idea where Raw and SmackDown are going to be at, or where the Thunderdome is going to be moving to. Could be moving to North Carolina, could be moving somewhere else in Florida, could be Illinois, could be somewhere else in the South, maybe in the North, well, not the Northeast, I doubt that, but it's going to be somewhere where, I don't know where, they have to get somewhere where a team is not playing. So Tampa Bay is out. Orlando is definitely out, so they're not going to be in Orlando next in December because the Orlando Magic might be playing. Tampa Bay, I doubt it because the Tampa Bay Lightning might be playing. Jacksonville's a definite no because you know where who's in Jacksonville. The almighty AEW. They're not going to Jacksonville. They could go to Miami, but they can't go to the Miami Heat arena. They can't do that because the Miami Heat might be playing in that arena. So they can't go. The only place they can probably go is North Carolina. There's nothing in North Carolina. They can't go to Atlanta because the NWA is there. Well, used to be the NWA. I don't even know what happened to the NWA. I don't know if it's coming back. I don't know what's up with Billy Corgan and company. I think NWA just died after 1 season, 2 seasons actually, of the NWA, and most of the guys are gone. Everybody and the girls, I should say, guys and girls from the NWA are gone. Thunder Rosa's in AEW, or she's technically a free agent, but I think AEW will sign her because she's probably going to be fighting a Kurashida in a rematch for the or they might do a unification match. I don't know. That's what I think is going to happen. Kurashida, Thunder Rosa, 2 at Full Gear. Then again, it could be Thunder Rosa against somebody else. I don't know. Maybe Thunder Rosa defends her belt. But I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if AEW will sign Marty Bell. I don't know if they're going to sign Allison Kay. Or any of the, definitely not going to be Melina, because I think Melina's going back to the WWE. I mentioned that in a video a while back, about a month or so ago. Melina going back to the WWE. So that may or may not happen. I don't know. So, and then the other people that are in the NWA, Aaron Stevens. I don't know what happened to him. Question mark, man. I don't know what happened to him. Don't know what he's doing. I think he's doing indie. I don't know if he's doing indie shows or he's just doing nothing. James Storm is back in TNA again for like the 3rd time. So I don't know what they're gonna do with James Storm this time. Can't form beer money, so it'll just probably be a single star. Maybe go after the Impact World title, or maybe they'll put him in a new tag team. Go after the tag team titles that the North have now, again for the 2nd time. Let's see if they go on another year run. Colt Cabana is in AEW, just sucking dick right now. Obviously. Who else? Nick Aldis is still the champ. He's still the champ. If you think about it, he is like an 800-day champion. 2 years. With this, still has the belt. He just doesn't want to lose it because he doesn't want to become irrelevant. Marty's, I don't know what happened to Marty, and Marty's gone from the Ring of Honor website. He's not booking anymore. It's basically Delirious again, I think. So Marty, I don't know what's happening with Marty. He's back in Scotland or England. Can't come over because of the travel ban. Well, I don't know that. Well, people going to England, I've been hearing they're going to England, but when you come back, you got to quarantine. Obviously, people going to other places. They just can't go to China. Obviously, people are going to Japan. Japan, number one. And Japan doesn't have that many cases anymore. I think that the last time I heard, they had 4 new cases. So Japan's doing pretty well. New Zealand just basically destroyed the coronavirus. I mean, I'd rather go to fucking New Zealand. But I have to get a passport. I could live in New Zealand and hang out with the bushwhackers. I could hang out with a cousin, well, not cousin Luke, but Butch, what's his name? Butch and Luke. I could hang out with them. Get my face licked with that'll taste like fucking sardines. Ugh. Don't want to relive that shit. I mean, Mean Gene had to deal with that shit. Poor Mean Gene. God rest his mighty soul. But other places, I mean, I was watching Governor Cuomo's press conference today about the coronavirus, and there was a graphic that in the last 7 days, all these countries have the number of cases have gone down. Germany, Canada, Mexico, the United States a little bit. I think the United States had 208 new cases, even though most of the United States, the states are still recording ginormous amounts of new cases. It's just not even funny anymore. And supposedly, they still have the clusters in New York City and Brooklyn and Far Rockaway. New Jersey has a little bit. Still, this thing's still going on. And I don't know. Hopefully it ends next year. I hope. I want to go to a wrestling show. I want to go to a fucking concert. I want to go to a fucking movie. All the fucking movie theaters around my area are closed. The only saving grace is the fucking mall. The mall's open. I just haven't gone there yet. I will one day. Probably during the Christmas season. Got to think of what to get my parents and think of what to get for you know who. And I might get something for my sister too. So I don't know. But very hard for them. I have no idea what to get. I want the PlayStation 5, the digital version, which I think is $399. I'm not getting the regular version. That thing is $599. No. I'd rather get the digital version so then I can download some of the games like Final Fantasy 16, Resident Evil 8. And I'll have to pay. I don't think I have to pay. I think if you buy from the store, well, if you buy from the PlayStation Store, you probably have to pay like $50, $60 maybe. Still, you still have to pay. Instead of really downloading the game, like, which should, you don't have to pay. Just go to the PlayStation Network or PlayStation Store, download the game, you have the game. That's what I did with Uncharted 4. I went on the PlayStation Network, bought it for free. Because it's been out a long time, though. But it is what it is. So hopefully I get the. I'm not gonna get the. I'm not gonna get the PlayStation for my birthday as much as I want it. Probably just get some money and save up and put some money away and take some money out, to buy some clothes and basically some clothes, maybe some CDs. Maybe I might buy the Delga Sound of Thunder box set. Well, I think it's a box set that Pink Floyd's having coming out pretty soon. Might get some other CDs here and there that I haven't got yet. That came out this year, and really I don't know most of the albums that have come out this year. If anybody knows of any good albums, like metal albums, just let me know in the comments section down below. Hit me up via Facebook and Twitter with what came out this year. Besides In This Moment, I already know that came out this year. I already have it. So I got that. I think Hatebreed came out with a new album. I gotta ask my friend Josh what albums to get, what good albums to get. I think Motionless in White put out. I don't know if it's out or they put it out or it's just they were just talking about Creatures, the 10-year anniversary. They put out a new song called Creatures 10. Take to the Grave. Very good song. Very good song. Actually, In This Moment's new video for As Above, So Below. I don't know if it came out. It just came out. I have to look. I don't know if it was coming out at midnight. It was coming out sometime tomorrow. But I can't wait for that. That's going to be fucking amazing. You should watch it too. Get that thing way up. I mean, get that thing to at least a couple 100,000. I mean, really, that thing has to hit at least 1 million. I'm not saying in the first day, in the first week. Get it to close to 500,000 at least, because that video is going to be fucking amazing. From what I've seen, it's fucking amazing. Maria once again directing the video, covered in fucking milk, though we think it's cream. I get these fucking idiots in this moment forums. Like they have the picture there. It's like, oh, this is what happens after one night with Maria Brink, and they show Maria covered in the white stuff. Not cum. I'm just saying the white stuff. Idiots. Fucking perverted fucking idiots talking to my woman like that. Talking to a beautiful woman like Maria Brink like that. Fucking perverts. Getting back on the fucking line. Just saying. You treat Maria with respect, you fucking perverts. Else I'll kick your ass. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, enough about that bull fucking shit. Let's get to Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about something important. And that's wrestling. So Monday Night Raw tonight was horror fucking bull. Holy shit. I mean, the fallout from last night's Hell in a Cell, and they just fucking laid a dud. I mean, Raw is just fucking horrible. The worst 3 hours of your fucking life. And all they did tonight was promote Survivor Series. The whole card. They announced the whole, basically the whole fucking show tonight. So like, oh, we don't have to wait a week to get extra matches. We know now we know the whole card now. We know the men's and women's Survivor Series matches. We don't know who's going to be on them. We're getting them over the next next week or two. With qualifying matches for the men, basically for the men. The women, or for the Raw women's team was announced, and holy shit! I thought it was going to be somebody else. I thought it was going to be led by Asuka. Nope. But my girl Asuka is going to be facing the, I don't have a shirt on, but the boss. Sasha Banks one-on-one. Oh, another match with Asuka and Sasha. Oh, that should be great, right? I mean, the last match they had was horrible. That fucking count out victory by Sasha to win the belt. Then she proceeded to lose back to Asuka. So we got that. So the last match with Asuka won the belt back for the second time. So they're going 1-on-1. I think this is like that fifth match. I lost count, but it should be a good. I think it'll be a good match. I think Bayley's gonna get involved though, and probably be a fucking clusterfuck. Or Bayley costs Sasha the match and Asuka wins. And then that sets up Bayley and Sasha round 3. Actually round 2, but it's round 3. TLC match for the SmackDown Women's title. And probably Bayley will win it back because as we all know, when Sasha wins the belt, she only holds it for about a month. So after the Survivor Series, say goodbye to her title reign. Though I hope she holds it till WrestleMania and then loses to Bianca Belair. At least somebody credible like Bianca. But so I think Bianca deserves that belt already. Should have got the Raw Women's title, but when she was on Raw, but she got traded to SmackDown. Now I think her and Sasha put on a pretty good program. That's a dream match right there. But probably won't happen till WrestleMania. Though we all thought Sasha and Bayley were going to be at WrestleMania this year, but no. Well, not this year, but next year. Nope, not going to happen. So we got the men's team tonight. We got 3 qualifying matches tonight. We had Matt Riddle and Sheamus. We had Elias and Keith Lee with his new theme song, which is great. Actually, listen to Keith Lee's new theme song as the "Bask in His Glory" part, and then it goes right into a rock song. I think it's a rock song. It has good guitar tone. I thought Keith Lee was supposed to be, on the track or something like that because he was filming something in New York. So I don't know if he put his voice to the new theme, or I don't know what he did. But the new theme from Keith Lee is pretty good. Nikki Cross has a new theme and it sucks. Fucking horrible. Elias's album dropped today. I downloaded his theme song, Amen, which you should too. It's now number 1 on Spotify and iTunes. So something went to number 1 for the WWE. So get Elias's album. Then we had Elias and Keith Lee, and then we had Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. So he goes on the men's team. So we know the first 3 members of the men's team will probably get the next 2 next week, I assume. So we'll see what happens with that. We also had Drew McIntyre on the show. I'll get to that in a minute. And some other stuff on the show. We had a moment of bliss with Randy Orton and his voice, the new WWE champion. That didn't end well for Randy. But I'll get to that in a little bit. So the ending of Raw was kind of typical, but kind of gave you that triple threat. That might be a triple threat match, maybe a TLC. Because Randy's going to face the man, our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, at Survivor Series 1-on-1. That should be good. Yeah. That's a slaughter for Roman. Roman's going to destroy Randy. It is what it is. We also found out that Bobby Lashley is going to take on Sami Zayn, United States champion versus Intercontinental champion 1-on-1. Another Sami Zayn, Bobby Lashley. I think they did that before. I don't know. It might be the first time we've seen it, but we'll see what happens with that. That should be pretty good. And like I said, Asuka versus Sasha 1-on-1, and then the women's Survivor Series match, the men's Survivor Series match. We'll probably find out, get qualifying matches on SmackDown this week. And then we'll find out the SmackDown women's team, which I have no idea who would be led by. Well, not going to be Sasha. Probably be run by Bayley. I assume. And then you probably have Tamina. I don't know who else is on SmackDown. Maybe Naomi's on Raw, so I'm surprised she's not. She wasn't in the fatal five-way match or fatal four-way match, whatever it was, that for the fifth member of the women's team. I'm surprised Naomi wasn't on the team, but they're thinking of putting Naomi in that Samoan dynasty thing with Roman and the Usos. So we'll see what happens tonight. So they basically tonight was basically the hype for Survivor Series. They announced basically almost every match. So I think we got like 6-7 matches announced. The men's and women's team, that's 2. Asuka versus Sasha, that's 3. Bobby Lashley and Sami Zayn, that's 4. The Hurt Business and Retribution, that's 5. Randy and Roman, that's 6. What else? Street Profits and the New Day, that's 7. So that's basically the whole pay-per-view, unless they put the 24/7 title on the line again, which I don't really give two shits about. So basically the whole pay-per-view was given out tonight. They just got to put in the men's and women's team. Whoever's going to be on the men's and women's SmackDown and Raw team. That's going to be happening over the next couple weeks. That's it. Then the rest of the next 2-3 weeks will be hype, and that's it. Storyline progression. That's it. And then I'll probably do the same thing on NXT next week. Not this week because I got Halloween Havoc on Wednesday, and then the week after that they'll be building the War Games. We've seen who's going to be in War Games on the men's and women's side. Probably a team led by EO against Candice's team. Probably get up. I don't know. Maybe the Undisputed Era for the 3rd year in a row in War Games against Pat McAfee's team with himself, Danny Burch, and Oney Lorcan, and then maybe a 4th member, which it's probably not going to be Ridge Holland, but depending on the severity of his knee injury, I think he's out for months, but could be Killer Cross. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. All right, so let's begin Monday Night Raw. I talked way more than enough. And so we start off Monday Night Raw with highlights from Hell in a Cell, basically showing the Hell in a Cell match between Randy Orton and his Relentless Voice and Drew McIntyre for the WWE title, which we saw what happened in the match, them going up to the top of the cage, then going down the side of the cage, Randy throwing Drew off the side of the cage through the table, and Drew busted wide open in his mouth, and then Drew going for the Claymore, and then Randy ducked it, hit the Gilmore Cutter, and proceeds to win his 14th title. So we're gonna see what happens tonight. So we start off with the stupid Raw theme, which fucking sucks. But people seem to like it. I don't know. I hate it. It needs to change. That needs to change. You know, but if we get a lot of people going on the WWE Twitter page and you know whose Twitter page, you know I'm talking about, not Hunter McMahon, to get that theme fucking changed. If we get enough people to go on his fucking Twitter and just fucking grill him and tell him to get that fucking Raw theme out, maybe they'll change it. But they probably won't, because they don't listen to the fans anymore. Vince doesn't give two shits about the fans. Fucking senile old 75-year-old bastard. But I digress. So with Drew McIntyre coming out in his street clothes, and he has a big smile on his face. I have no idea why. You just lost the title and you have a big smile on your face. Anyway, he says he's been trying to think of the words to best express how he feels about losing the title to Randy last night. He says he has no excuses, just one promise. He will be WWE champion again. He gives us a quote from Rocky. It's not about how hard you hit, but how hard you get hit. That's Rocky 6. Anyway, so He says he has no excuses. Well, so that talks about Rocky. If you follow his career, you'll know no matter how he gets knocked down, he'll get back up twice as hard. And he's like, well, you're asking me why am I in such a good mood tonight? He says, if we could read his mind right now, if we knew what was going on up in his head, we'd be scared. No, I wouldn't, but anyway, we get that. And then he gets interrupted by the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, the new Money in the Bank briefcase holder, The Miz, comes out with his buddy John Morrison. Miz asks for some. Doesn't get it, and McIntyre's like, choose your words carefully there, young man. So Miz and Morrison say Drew's run is very impressive, almost as impressive as being a two-time Mr. Money in the Bank. He says all good things come to an end, like Otis's Money in the Bank run and Drew's reign. They want to commend Drew, and they say they don't have to worry about facing Orton because Miz has the briefcase, and he wants everyone to understand that it gives him a world title match at any time he wants. He's defended it before and became WWE champion by beating Randy Orton in 2010, which happened right here in Orlando, Florida. Cheap plug. Miz dodged an RKO and hit the skull-crushing finale. Angry Miz girl was upset, and then he ran backstage to sell with his hot-ass wife, Maryse. He said while he's talking to her, and that history could repeat itself because Orton's a guest on a moment of bliss. Morrison said things could be worse, and Miz says, imagine if he'd won. He could have been standing here in front of Miz and Morrison outnumbered and have Miz cash in. Morrison says, look at the bright side. There's no target on his back and no need to worry about Miz anymore. He says he hopes it doesn't take Drew 19 years for him to get the title. So that pisses off Drew. He headbutts Miz right in the face. Morrison tries to get out of there, but McIntyre takes him down, starts to throw him across the ring like a piece of crap. Miz gets away, and McIntyre pulls Morrison back in the ring. But Miz slides in and chop blocks McIntyre in the leg, that same leg that Randy Orton was targeting last night, on Sunday night, allowing Morrison to escape. McIntyre stops Miz's shades, and McIntyre says he's got an idea to run by management, and it's going to be a bad night for Miz and Morrison, and he calls them idiots. So we'll probably get Miz and Drew McIntyre later on, which we do get. And we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And that's all I can say about that. All right, then we get Tom Stupid Idiot Phillips, Samoa Joe, and Byron Saxton talk about the Survivor Series qualifiers for tonight. Keith Lee versus Elias, Matt Riddle versus Sheamus, and Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles. So we get that. All right, so after that, we get the phenomenal AJ Styles and his big man, Jordan, whatever his last name is, the big 7'3" behemoth that he is. He talks about being the captain of Team Raw. In order to do that, he's got to beat the guy he's been facing on SmackDown over the summer. I don't know why they got drafted to Raw, just to continue this fucking feud. But get the match number 1, the qualifying match, AJ versus Jeff. Match was all right. Nothing to write home about. Could have been better. Jeff is quick to send AJ to the outside. He flies off the top rope, right into the hands of Mr. Jordan. Not Michael Jordan, but Jordan, who just catches him and just fucking drops him like a piece of crap as we go to break. AJ hits an enziguri in the ring. Then he hits a Brain Buster for a near fall. So after that, AJ heads to the apron, looks for the phenomenal forearm, and he can barely stand. I don't know why, but maybe he's drunk or something. Heads to the corner on his hands and knees. He comes back in, misses a splash. Jeff hits an inverted atomic drop, and then the leg drop. Doing vintage Jeff Hardy. Hits the big splash for a near fall. He hits a swinging kick to AJ in the corner for another near fall. And then needed a back from AJ, side Russian leg sweep from Jeff, and then a stack cover for a near fall. AJ picks him up in a torture rack and spins him around. And I thought it was going to be a blue thunder bomb, but he just like spun him around and dropped him. So I don't know if that was a botch or whatever it was, but it is what it is. Jeff lands on his back. AJ goes for a near fall. So AJ goes for the Styles Clash. Jeff escapes, goes for the Twist of Fate. That gets reversed. AJ goes for the Pele kick. That gets reversed. Jeff with a front suplex on the AJ. He goes to the top rope. He stops the stare of the big guy, which causes a distraction. AJ clips Jeff, causing him to tumble down from the corner hard. AJ gets on the apron, and then Jeff kicks him. Knocks off the Twist of Fate. AJ sends him into the ring post. Then clotheslines Jeff from the outside in. So Jeff's down, and AJ is on the apron. He jumps and hits the phenomenal forearm. 1, 2, 3. AJ is the first man on Team Raw. So that was that. Match was all right. Gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. So AJ's the first member of Team Raw. So we'll see who the next 2 members are later on. Afterwards, as AJ celebrates at the top of the ramp, we get Elias knocking Jeff Hardy in the back with the guitar, breaking it apart. I wonder how many fucking guitars this guy has. He has probably more than Jeff Jarrett. Good lord. Anyway, that's pretty good looking guitars from just break and if not really guitars, they're just fucking cardboard. Just sounds like a guitar, but it's basically not wood. But it is what it is. So he hits him from behind, lays him out, and his new theme song plays, and Elias like, yo, let's see what you did to me last night. That's that. So that's it. And we move on from there. All right. After that, we go backstage with the 24/7 champion, Mr. Dumbass himself, R-Truth. He talks to Sarah Schreiber, says that he will be out tonight to scout his competition for the 24/7 title. Sarah's like, isn't that kind of dangerous? Duh. He says this is dangerous, but being champion is dangerous. He eats and sleeps dangerously. Then he says his name is Ron Cornelius Cobblepot. Oh no, Ron Franklin Cobblepot dangerously, something like that. I was like, what the fuck? So he's kind of trying to channel Cena with all this fucking shit. I live dangerously. I eat dangerously. I'm John Cena. I love the kids. No mention of little Jimmy. I wonder how little Jimmy's ass feels after getting punted right in the ass by a true Gulak. But I digress. I didn't care. Fuck little Jimmy and fuck R-Truth and fuck his fans too. All 2 of them. But I digress. So we'll see what R-Truth has in store as we get to match number 2. I give that segment 1.5 out of 5 stars. Fucking boring as fuck. And then we get to match number 2. And from a pretty decent opening segment and a pretty opening match, we get to probably the worst match of the night. Drew Gulak and Akira Tozawa taking on Lince Dorado and Tariq of the Lucha Jobber Party. Sorry about that. And this was fucking horrible. I mean, they go at it, and then R-Truth's music hits, and he comes out to scope the talent. I thought he was going to go on commentary to bore us half to death. I mean, him and Byron sitting next to each other. Holy fucking shit, that would be very boring. But he comes out, and then Akira Tozawa drops on the apron, calls over a ref, rolls up R-Truth for a near fall. So we got a match within a match. Stupid fucking shit. Truth sends Akira into the barricade. Gran Metalik flies off the apron under and enters the ring. Lindsay covers him for a near fall. Drew Gulak tosses him aside for a near fall. And then while that's going on, Lindsay goes to the top rope, flies off with a crossbody onto Drew Gulak. 1, 2, 3. They get the win, and nobody gave a single flying fuck. So this match gets a fat, giant 0. 0 out of 5. If I could give it negative points, I would. Negative 1 billion. No, negative infinity times 100. Negative infinity times infinity times infinity. Five of the most boring ass fucking people in this fucking match. Fucking horrible. And then after that, Akira lost my spot. Akira rolls up Truth, then Lindsay does it, then Drew tries, all of them getting a 2 count, and then R-Truth just runs to the back, and then they follow him. Fucking horrible fucking shit. That's why the 24/7 title should be abolished. It's fucking hideous. It's fucking disgusting. Fucking slap in the face to all 5 of those guys. Even though they all suck. All of them suck. All 5 of them suck. And to quote my good friend Shane Douglas, they sucked then and they suck now. They fucking suck. This fucking show fucking sucks. This fucking company sucks. That's why I can't stand this company. I cannot stand this company. I watch the shows just because I don't have anything to watch on Monday and Friday night. And the only thing I'll watch from WWE is NXT. That's it. Just because of my good friend and my buddy, your friend and mine, say it with me now, Adam Cole, baby. That's it. That's all NXT is. Adam Cole country. And EO country. That's it. That's all I watch NXT for. Adam Cole and EO. That's it. Everything else I don't care much for. The WWE I don't give 2 shits for. The only thing WWE has for itself right now is Roman and Jey Uso. That's it. The feud of the year. That's it for Raw for WWE. For the NXT side, I would probably say I don't know. I don't know what could be feud of the year for NXT. Could be, I mean, there's so many that you can think of. I would say Pat McAfee and Adam Cole, but Pat McAfee's gonna get his ass handed to him again. But it is what it is. Because Adam Cole's pissed right now. I mean, he is pissed. I mean, if you've seen his Twitter page, he is fucking pissed. Don't want to be Britt Baker right now. Huh. But I digress. But these 5 guys, fucking horrible segment. Fucking horrible. And then from there, the rest of the show sucked, except for a couple of segments, and that's it. So, like I said, gave the segment a fat dud. Negative infinity times infinity times infinity times infinity times infinity times infinity times infinity. Infinity times gone. This sucked. And that's it. All right. After that, we see just Pig salivating over some cupcakes that I like. Why didn't I get a cupcake? One of the brother. Come on, Alexa. You know you're my girl and everything. Come on, get the man a cupcake. And I don't mean your boobie. I'm talking about a cupcake. But I digress. So we go to break. We come back with the Firefly Funhouse. And we see all the puppets are having a feast. Mercy, Huskus, Mercy, and Rabbit, and, Abigail the doll was in her corner. They're eating some cupcakes, and then we see Bray as the mad, and he invites us to his very mad tea party. And then Ramblin tells Bray to stop being upset and cheer up. Bray's like, not that kind of mad party, you idiot. And then he says, oh, our guest is here. And then Alexa Bliss comes in, and she has some tea. One of his Chris Jericho's kind of tea. This tea tastes tarty. Would you like some tea? Peace. Like, splendid. So she gets out some tea for Ramblin' Rabbit, and he likes it. He's like, what's in it? He's like cinnamon, sugar, spice, and a little bit of arsenic, which kills Rampart. I just love when he dies, and then he comes back the next week. Like, he can't die. He's like fucking Jason Voorhees or something like that. It's funny. Bray's laughing his ass off. Alexa's laughing her ass off. And he says they're a little mad around here. But how do we know that Alexa's mad? You must be mad. I'm not mad. And then Bray explains that this is a magical place. He comforts and heals, and there's only one thing you have to do. And then Alexa's eyes go... I mean, she goes into a trance, and then her eyes turn into, like, pink contacts. I mean, she was, like, psychotic. I was like, holy fuck. Holy crap. Scared the bejesus out of me. But in a good way. Then she's like, let me in. Let him in. And then she goes back to being normal Miss Bliss. She explains she's going to speak to Randy later during the night. Bray doesn't seem too happy with that. And Ramblin' Rabbit comes back to life. Tells his wife he's coming home. And then Bray takes one of Seth Rollins' staffs and stabs him to death when it kills him again. So I was like, I'm all right. I'm not dead. Oh, now you are. That was funny as fuck. It's probably the only good thing about Raw. Was this segment. Pretty good segment. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And I really like where the Bray Wyatt Alexa Bliss thing is going. It's fun. It's new. It's fresh. I mean, it's probably the best thing that happened to Alexa Bliss in the last couple of years. And that's all I got to say about that. So like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for that. And we'll see what happens with Alexa and Randy Orton as not his voice later on A Moment of Bliss. And that's that. And then we move on. All right, then we go backstage with Charlie Caruso, my sweetheart. And she speaks to Keith Lee. And she asks him about what Braun Strowman did to him last week. We see what happened with Braun hitting him in the nuts, and then Keith Lee gets pissed, kicked him in the nuts. So Keith Lee says that Braun couldn't beat him clean last week, so he went below the belt. He likes to call himself a monster. The next time that he faces him, he will show him a real monster. But not tonight. Tonight, he will destroy Elias and go on the Survivor Series. And then he's like, we have to prepare ourselves because he's about to walk with Elias. And he didn't look happy saying that. He's like, why the fuck am I working with Elias? I think Keith Lee knows that he's getting buried right now. He knows. He should be getting better treatment. And he knows what's happening to him. He knows what the others from NXT have been getting. Especially his wife. Well, not his wife. His girlfriend, Mia Yim. Or as they call her, Reckoning. Who thinks of this shit? I'll get to Retribution in a minute, but it is what it is. So we get that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Then we stay backstage with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, the women's tag team champions. They come up to Adam Pearce with a list of who they want on their team for the Raw women's side. So Nia thinks she's the captain. Shayna's like, well, I'm the captain. So Adam's like, well, Nia, you're not the champion. And then Shayna's like, of course she is. and hands her over her own list to Adam Pearce, which Nia isn't on the team. So Adam's like, well, I'll take these into advisement under consideration, but neither of you girls are team captain. And we'll find out who's on the team later in the night, and that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to commercial. We come back with the man Elias showing his guitar. He says that tonight they are celebrating his new album, Universal Truth, which is now #1 on the charts. So congratulations to Elias. He says it will change your life, so pick it up. He mentions it was #2 on the chart. He wants to get it to #1, which it did tonight, called Universal Truth. And that's because there is a truth, and it is. And then we get to, and it gets interrupted by the music of Keith Lee, his new theme song. Then we get to the match. Match was not great. They lock up to start. Elias gets a side headlock. Lee shows him off the ropes and tacks him down. Elias works the left arm. And then Keith Lee starts working on Elias. Starts pulling him in, working on the shoulder. And then Elias tried to send Lee into the ropes. Lee holds on, sends Elias, and then leapfrogs over him, and then under him, and hits a running crossbody. Lee goes to the outside. Elias hangs him up on the ropes. And then kick through the ropes to Lee by Elias. Back with a huge tackle, sending over the announce table. Said he did not hit it. Brandon Saxon. Damn, somebody hit him, please. Anyway, we come back from break. Lee works over the left arm. Drops his elbow to the shoulder. Then another one. Tries for the spirit bomb on Elias. The head scissors. Then a high knee. And Lee rolls to the apron. Elias goes to the top. Off with an axe handle for a near fall. And he starts kicking Keith Lee. And then a knee drop to the right arm. Lee powers out of a kick out. At 2. Then he takes advantage until Elias hits a mule kick out of the corner. Then Lee first for a near fall. He goes to the top rope, and then we hear the music of Jeff Hardy, dude, trying to get his revenge. And but we don't see Jeff come out. Now Elias is looking all over for him. And then this causes a distraction, which allows Keith Lee to grab him, throws him off the corner, and then he picks him up, hits the spirit bomb. 1, 2, 3. Keith Lee gets the win, and he is the second member of the Raw men's team to join AJ Styles. So finally, Keith Lee wins the match. Yay! They're not going to kill him yet. But it is what it is. It's still burying him, so they just gave him a win last week. I mean, he lost to Braun Strowman last week, so like, oh, we're going to give you the win back. I'm going to make you win. That's all I got to say about that. So the match was I gave it up 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Elias gets up and he's looking. He's yelling. He's yelling at the. Jeff shows up from behind, hits him across the back with the guitar, and then he says, "Amen." And his music hits, and that's it. So probably get another Jeff Hardy match coming up. I still don't understand why they're having this feud with Elias thinking that Jeff Hardy ran him over. Even though we already know that it was Sheamus. So why isn't Elias going after Sheamus? Oh, right. Elias is a bad guy, so he can't have bad guy versus bad guy. Right. WWE logic. I forgot. Fucking horrible. Fuck this company. That's that. So we get that. So we'll see what happens with those two in the, next week. And I could care less. All right, there we go backstage with the Hurt Business, and we see some guy coming out of the bathroom, and apparently he pooped in their bathroom, and then everybody's like, "What are you doing in our bathroom?" And they kind of like scare him off. And that's that. So it is what it is. Then we see a video package for Randy Orton and his bloodless voice. Same thing we saw in the beginning of the show with Randy winning the belt. Then we see Randy walking in the back, and then we see Charlie Caruso walk up to him. She wonders if he's concerned about the Fiend making an appearance on A Moment of Bliss. He's like, "No, I'm not concerned. I don't care if it's Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, or even Drew McIntyre. At the end of the day, the only that need to be concerned are those that cross him." And that's it. So pays not to cross the Viper. So because you get your ass handed to you. So that was it. So we'll see what happens with Randy later on. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And you move on from there. Then we go to commercial with match number 3. I don't know why they did this match. Basically, give you a preview of Survivor Series for the 4-on-4 elimination match. So basically, we get Survivor Series early, even though we're going to see this again at Survivor Series. This makes no fucking sense. Whoever booked tonight was fucking insane. So we get the Hurt Business and Retribution in a 8-man tag elimination match. And that match was not anything to write home about. Starts with MVP and T-Bar. Well, actually, Bobby Lashley and T-Bar, I should say. He starts beating down T-Bar. T-Bar comes back, and then Bobby Lashley comes back, tags in MVP. Start beating down T-Bar a little bit. And then MVP shouts to Ali that he's going to get what's coming to him. Mace comes in, drops a hard elbow to the shoulder, yelling that this is for Slapjack. I don't know why couldn't Slapjack do that to himself. But Slapjack comes in with a headbutt for a near fall. They start beating up MVP. MVP comes back with a drop toe hold to Slapjack into the turnbuckle. He hits a pump kick in the corner. They lock up, and he hits a suplex out of the corner for a near fall as Ali comes in to stop the pin. And then Mia Yim gets on the as all her reckoning. She's like starts to go into convulsions. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And she's like scratching all over her back, like, get them off me! Get them off me! She's going into convulsions, and the referee's like, what's going on? And MVP's like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, she's having a seizure. And then she starts rolling around in the ring, and she's like, ah! And then collapses. And then Slapjack rolls up MVP 1, 2, 3 to eliminate him, which I thought was fucking horrible. So MVP is pissed, obviously, as we see Medium continue to have excuse me, my throat's still hurting me. Still makes me want to vomit. So Mia Yim is still continuing to shake off the bugs. And she shakes them off, rolls into the ring. Well, like I said that. And she continues to pretend that she has the bugs on her, shaking around in the ring like she has a seizure, scratching at her body. I mean, Keith Lee couldn't come out to help out. I mean, really? Go to break. We come back. And during the break, Mia Yim was faking this whole thing, obviously. So the referee's like, you are out. Kicks her out. Slapped her with Bobby Lashley. And he gets destroyed. Lashley sends him, hits a wicked spear. 1, 2, 3. Slapjack's eliminated. And then T-Bar comes in. They go back and forth, beating the crap out of each other. The heads out to the crowd. No, the crowd. They fight over the crowd, and both eliminated by a count out. So it's down to Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin taking on Ali and Mace. So Ali orders Mace to enter. Cedric comes in. Ali sends Mace into a right hand. Cedric starts beating up Mace. Mace is basically no-selling it. And beating up Cedric. Cedric comes back with a right hand, but Mace just up even worse. Cedric comes back with a right hand. Tries Shelton. Mace is like, nope, that ain't going to happen. He pulls Cedric. Cedric hits a drop kick to the leg. Shoves Ali off the corner. And he runs back up to Mace. Mace goozles him. But he can't break it. Gets kicked. He kicks back, and Shelton gets a blind tag, but Mace didn't see it. Shelton hits springboard, neutralizes her. Then he hits pay dirt. 1, 2, 3. Mace is eliminated. So now it's down to Ali is the last member of Retribution. So Ali's like, oh fuck, I'm fucked. She just beats him up. It's a fall slam up Ali. They're basically beating the crap out of Ali. The referee's, telling them to back up. Then Ali. Then Cedric runs and kicks Ali out of the ring. Cedric slides to the outside, and then Ali takes a chair and smacks it in Cedric's back, causing disqualification, and then he is eliminated. So the Hurt Business pick up the win. Matt, I have no idea why at Survivor Series, and probably get the same result. Because basically the Retribution is done. They're buried, over with, goodbye. And like I said on Twitter, great way to kill more NXT talent. Ali's not NXT talent, but basically Ali too in the process. We've done nothing with Mustafa Ali. Done nothing released. Probably all Retribution will probably get released the way it's going. I feel bad, and I hope they. For Mia Yim's sake, I hope she doesn't, because I think she could work out well for the Raw women's division. But as far as T-Bar, Slap, as far as Dominic Dijakovic, Dion Madden, and sadly Shane Dorn, either they're gonna get put in catering with Titus O'Neil and get jobbed out a few more. Get jobbed out, or they'll probably go back to NXT. Just more NXT. Send them back and let Hunter work with them. That's all I gotta say about that. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. So they get the win. And like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Ali goes to attack Cedric, but Shelton's there to prevent the attack. MVP and Lashley come out to corner Ali. Ali runs to the crowd and to the back. And then they go to check on Cedric. And Cedric's like, he's shaking the cobwebs out. And the MVP is like, you did good, kid. You did good. You did good, kid. I didn't hit no Battle Rock. So that's that. So like I said, we're going to see this again at the Survivor Series. Probably get the same fucking result. Probably the same result. Unless they're going to make Retribution win and somehow make them good again. I don't know. Because right now they suck. They're basically burying them. Another failed faction. Didn't work. They're trying to be the Nexus. Failed experiment. Because there's only one Nexus. And that's it. And they killed Nexus off too. When it was good. Man, making Cena beat Wade Barrett. Basically killed Nexus or back then. Blah, 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 blah. That's that. All right, then we go backstage. We see the Latin Lothario, Angel Garza. He has a rose for Miss Mandy Rose. And he's trying to get with her, even though Mandy's with Otis. Mandy says Otis has had a rough 24 hours, but he's going to bounce back. And yes, they are still close. So he's like, well, since you won't take it, how about you, Dana? So she's like, yeah, right. Yeah, you're going to get with me? Yeah. Then in comes Nia Jax. Nia takes the rose, arguing between themselves, like, you're not going to be on our team, but if you end up on our team, you're going to have to do what we say. So Dana's like, no, we haven't been beaten since we've been off. So it's Nia and Shayna. They better fall in line or watch their backs. Okay. And then Nia's kind of like flirting with Angel Garza, and then Shayna's like, really? I guess Angel Garza likes the fat chicks. I don't know. Nothing wrong with that, but I think bad women though. I don't know why in blue hell they stopped the little love, the crush that Charlie Caruso had on Angel, and Angel, his flirting with Charlie Caruso. Why did they stop that? I'll tell you why, because Charlie's with me. I stole her from him. Sorry, Angel. You can be with Nia. That's all I got to say about that. Charlie Caruso will be in good hands with Allstate. But I digress. She's in good hands with me. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, so I gave all that 2 out of 5 stars. Blah, 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 blah. All right, then we get the match number 4, The Miz, with John Morrison taking on Drew McIntyre. Nothing to home about, didn't care. Miz goes for the leg, doesn't work. Drew starts working on him in the corner. Says Miz to the outside, jumps into the stairs, and they get back in the ring. Miz starts attacking in the corner. Drew comes back, basically no selling the attack. Still continuing to kick Miz's ass. Miz comes back with a kick to Drew, kick to Drew's knee, then hits a Miz DDT. And then he starts kicking Drew, but Drew just stands up and he is pissed. Sends Miz into the corner. Miz catches a kick, drops it onto his shoulder, hurting the knee. He grabs the leg around the bottom rope in the middle of the ring. Miz hits the corner, bounces off. Drew hits a clothesline, then another one. Sends him into the corner, and it hits a belly-to-belly. He sends Miz into the corner, then hits another suplex over the head. Then a neck breaker. He kips up, and Miz is screwed, according to Drew. He's like, you're screwed, Drew. I mean, you Miz. Drew goes for the Future Shock DDT. Miz escapes, sends Drew to the outside. Morrison tries to get involved by hitting him with the briefcase. Drew suplexes him over the top rope. Then he tosses the briefcase into the stage. Whee! I think he was trying to send it onto the stage and clearly missed. He could play for the Yankees with that throw. Holy shit. But I digress. Fuck the Yankees. And that's all I got to say about that. And then Drew gets in the ring, runs off the ropes, hits the Claymore, 1, 2, 3, and gets some momentum back for himself. And good way to kill your money in the bank with WWE. Very good way to bury the Miz. He wins the fuck. Very good. Very good. You don't give 2 shits about the Miz, don't you? Fuck this company, man. Fuck it. Miz deserves better. I'm just saying. Because he's awesome. Like me. Not like, oh, no. No. What do you want, Mike? Mike, what do you want? What do you want, Mike? Are you gonna give me some be a fucking asshole? I mean, honestly. Got anything to say, Mike? Mike, you got anything to say? I'm awesome. Yeah, I know you are. I know you are. You were awesome 20 some odd years ago. You're not awesome anymore. You're dead. Yeah, but I'm awesome too. Okay. Does that have anything to do with me? Well, he doesn't think you're awesome. Well, I beg to differ with that, there, Mike. I think he thinks I'm pretty awesome. Got an awesome family. I got an awesome girlfriend. What do you got? You shut up, Gilmore. I'll put you through a freaking table. Okay, Mike, go home. Back in the corner, Mike. Back. Go play with Junkyard Dog. Go ahead. Go play. Get Mike. Go get out of there. Can somebody take him out, please? Take him out. Don't let him come back in. I'll kick your ass if you make him come back in. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea where he comes from. He just comes out of nowhere. You say that word, he comes out. So you can't say the A word. I'm not talking about asshole. If you know him, you say his name, he'll come out. He just annoy the fucking shit out of you. So don't say it. That's that. So Drew gets the win. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. Now is that. Blah 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 blah. And all right. Then we go to the back. We have Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day, and they're pretending to be the Street Profits. And Kofi's like, we're gonna take on the and he's trying to go and he's sleeping, blah blah blah. And then he's like, come on, fam, we gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. We gotta talk about this. So Xavier Woods brings up the Survivor Series. Kofi says the champs will take on the champs. Obviously, he starts falling asleep, and Xavier's like, you can't go full Angelo Dawkins on me now. Come on, wake up. Xavier wants a shot at Baron Corbin for the King of the Ring. I hope actually be an interesting. No, not an interesting match, but he could be king of up down down. Not King of the Ring, but both. Well, Baron Corbin fucking sucks. We all know that. But really, I still can't believe Baron Corbin's still King Corbin. Why can't he just defend his crown against somebody and lose so we can get this fucking gimmick out of the way? And maybe turn Baron Corbin back to what it was in NXT. And when he first came up to the main roster, it was a freaking beast and he wanted the Money in the Bank beast and it's either to lose. Then it really killed his fucking career. Then he got dumped by Maria Brink. Sucks to be you there, Baron. And you. That's that. So he's talking that. Because no taking on Street Profits champion versus champions match. Kofi starts saying, come on, fam, we got to do this now. And yeah, okay. And so they're talking. They run down some of the matches. They say Roman Reigns will take on Randy Orton his voice, one-on-one, champion versus champion. I think they mentioned another. I don't remember what other match they mentioned, but most of the card basically. Then they mentioned Asuka is going to take on Sasha Banks one-on-one. Speaking of Asuka, the lovely Asuka, my first wife, she comes in. She's dancey, easy peasy. And Asuka will take on Sasha again. Randy will take on Roman. And that's that. And then we see MVP come in. Shout out that last year will bring the hurt to Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion. And for good measure, they got their sights set on the Tag Team Champions. Asuka says he will try and he will fail. And you know why? He says, because no deadlocks. No Day locks, Asuka locks, easy peasy. That's the only good thing. Whenever Asuka comes in, it's always a good thing. That's my girl. Gotta love her. That's all I gotta say about that. Asuka should be on commentary every week. But she's a champion, but it is what it is. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. I should have gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars just for Asuka, but this is what it is. That's that. All right. All right, so after that, we go backstage with Charlie Caruso, and we see Drew McIntyre coming out from the back from the ring into the gorilla position and into the back. She asked Drew if this is the first step to him reclaiming the WWE title. Drew's like, "Sure, I'll take however many steps it takes." Speaking of which, Orton is on a moment of bliss. So then he gives us his Drew guarantee that Orton's going to have a moment, but it won't be one of bliss. So it looks like Drew's going to mess up a moment of bliss, continuing this little thing with Randy. So we'll see what happens with that at the end of the show. So I gave 0.25 out of 5 stars. And that's that. And then after that, we go to the ring. Adam Pearce and Pat Buck are in the ring. The two Stooges. All he needs is another Stooge. Maybe we get Jamie Noble to come out. I don't know. Adam Pearce brings up the 5 women that will make up the women's Raw team. So he announces Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They come out. And then Pat Rose and Dana Brooke will join them. So Nia cuts Adam off, telling him to slow his roll. And she wants to announce the 5th final member. Wait a second. It's clearly me. Okay. And then everyone's bickering over who's the team captain. So Adam Pearce's like, "Okay, shut up." And he says the final member will be settled in a fatal 4-way match. So out comes Lana, Nikki Cross, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce. So we get to this match. This match sucked. It was just fucking horrible. I'm going to paraphrase. Getting to the end, Lacey kicks out of a cover by Peyton Royce. Peyton grabs Nikki. She sits Nikki on the top rope. Nikki shoves Peyton. Lacey comes up with a right hand. Grabs Nikki, goes for a superplex, but Nikki shoves her off. Peyton with a high kick to Nikki's face. She goes up, grabs the head. Nikki shoves Peyton off the corner. Lacey's back up and a tease. Then she locks the head. Peyton grabs Lacey from behind for a suplex. Lacey pulls Nikki off with a superplex. And then Lana comes in and picks up the pieces. 1, 2, 3. Lana gets the win. And I called it on Twitter. I said, I bet you Lana. Because they're somehow pushing Lana. I don't know why. So Lana's going to be the 5th and final member of Team Raw, which will get decimated by Team SmackDown. Because we all know Bayley's probably going to be the team captain. So this match sucked. I gave it 1.5 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, Nia and Shayna and then the rest of the team are cheering on Lana. Lana's like, I won! And Nia and Shayna pull her out of the ring. And what happens? The 6th time in the last 7 weeks. I mean, her back must be fucking broken at this point. I mean, they're just burying Lana because of her husband, because now where he is. And he's not even doing anything in AEW right now, just being Kip Sabian's best man. And I think he's still hurt with that ankle injury. I don't know. We haven't seen Kip Sabian in a while on Dynamite or on Dark. Though he might, I don't know if they're going to have him on Dark tomorrow. Never anything. I thought they were going to start that thing with the best friends over them breaking the video game machine. Guess they're not doing that. And that's that. And yeah. So Lana gets put through a table for the 6 week in a row, and probably see her get put through a table for the next 3 weeks, going to the Survivor Series, and probably will get put through a table at the Survivor Series as well. So it looks like every week Lana's gonna get put through a table. Yeah, she should just ask for her release. She needs to go. Go to AEW, be with your husband, and be with people that respect you. Because basically Vince doesn't give two shits about your ass. That's it. All right, after we see Matt come out for his match with Sheamus. But first, before that, we go backstage with Retribution. And Ali is pissed. He says Retribution is not failing. It's not a team. It's a mission. The good men and women that stand by him are willing to sacrifice everything for the mission. And he wants to understand one thing. They win when we suffer. And we will win because they decide when we will get shut down. Basically, they're getting shut down every freaking week. And they got destroyed by Bray Wyatt last week. Bobby Lashley took care of Slapjack at Hell in a Cell, basically destroying them at Hell in a Cell. Basically taking out the whole team at Hell in a Cell. And tonight, they fucking get buried. And it's the 8-man elimination match. Basically, Retribution is garbage right now. Who cares? Send them back to NXT. Except for Ali, just put him back in catering with Titus. And that's that. So, fuck that. I don't care. And that's that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Then we get the match number 6, last qualifying match. Matt Riddle and Sheamus. It was an okay match. Back and forth they went. There was a good spot in the match where Riddle runs up, knocks the head, hits that exploder off the top rope for a near fall. Goes back to the top rope, hits the floating bro, but Sheamus gets the knees up. Sheamus attacks his back with a hard right kidneys. Again, goes for the Irish, but Riddle locks in a 1925 sleeper. Sheamus backs up in the corner, not once but twice. Riddle gets up and knocks in the sleeper. Again, Sheamus tosses him off, goes for the boog kick. Riddle sidesteps, hits a German suplex for a near fall. Then he lifts Sheamus, hits a right. Then he lifts Sheamus, but he can't hold on to it. Sheamus hits the boog kick. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus gets the win, and he joins AJ and Keith Lee on Team Raw. So that's that. So that's the first 3 members of the Raw team. We'll probably find out the next 2 next week or the week after that. Probably nobody I give 2 shits about, but it is what it is. Then, like I said, on SmackDown this week, we'll get SmackDown's team over the next couple weeks. We'll find out who's going to captain SmackDown. Probably Kevin Owens, Aleister Black, maybe Chad Gable. I don't care about that. And maybe 2 other guys. I don't know. Looking at that match, I'd probably go with the Raw team to win that match, depending on who's on the SmackDown team. Like I said, probably be Aleister Black and Kevin Owens. They'll probably cancel each other out. Chad Gable might be in the match. He'll probably get eliminated easily. And then probably 2 other guys. Maybe Apollo Crews and maybe isn't Ricochet on SmackDown? I think. Or he's on Raw. I don't know. But probably put Apollo Crews there. He'll probably get eliminated too. And then I'll probably have another guy. I don't know who they could get. And so I think Raw will win that match. But proceed to lose tonight because I think SmackDown's going to wipe the floor on them. Except for the Raw women's match. The women's match, I think Asuka beats Sasha. But we'll see because of Bayley. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. All right, then we get to the last segment, the end of the night, with a moment of bliss. Alexa's in the ring, looking like Harley Quinn, but she has overalls on, looking cute. She has overalls that they say Yowie Wowie and a striped shirt, looking like, well, it doesn't look like Chucky, but she's all smiles. and her theme song has a little bit of a dark tone to it, so they kind of remix that theme. It's great or anything, but anyway, she introduces Randy with a smile. So Randy Orton, as this voice comes out, and Alexa offers him a seat, but he's like, "I'll stand. I'm a man. I'll stand." Alexa wants to talk about his win on Hell in a Cell. To surprise him that he was able to deliver a super duper performance. So Owen's like, "What is there to be surprised about? What's surprising? Does Alexa have one for him?" Alexa starts chuckling. It's like, I have no surprises. What good talk show host wouldn't want a WWE champion on their show? Duh. Especially when you guys burn the house down. Ooh. And Owen's like, there it is. So he tells Alexa he knows Bray better than anyone. He knows that he's close, so he's going to ask one time, where is the Fiend? So Alexa starts laughing, starts chuckling. Drew McIntyre comes out. So so Drew comes out, rushes the ring, attacks Randy. Alexa's on the top turnbuckle, laughing and pointing like, ah! While they go back and forth. Drew stomps Orton in the corner, then tosses a chair in the ring. Then he gets another one. He apologizes to Alexa Bliss. Hits Orton with a right hand. Looks for the Claymore. Then the lights go out. And then they come back on. With the red lights come on. Drew's in the middle of the ring all alone. And then we see Randy on the ramp with his vest on and the WWE title over his shoulder. And then the Fiend is behind him. And Orton's like, shit, he's behind me, isn't he? So Orton walks the ring. Drew's on the apron, and he drops down. And then they go at it. Drew sends Orton into the barricade a couple of times. He says, I'm going to attack you forever until I get my title back. So Drew tries to send Orton into, I think the barricade again. Orton reverses and sends Drew into the barricade. Orton sends him towards the announce table. Drew fights back with some right hands, sends Orton into the ring steps. He grabs Orton, pulls back on his chin. He sends Orton into the table, then hits him with a right hand. Orton kicks, then sends Drew onto the table with a back suplex. He removes his vest, then starts mounting him with some ground and pound on the table as we go off the air. And that's it. So Bray just came out to do nothing, just to kind of scare Randy. I didn't get that at all. So yeah, that was it for Monday Night Raw. And thankfully it ended because the segment was all right. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, but I think it's maybe leading to a triple threat match, maybe at TLC. Between Bray, Randy, and Drew. I think Randy will win that, and then probably defend the belt, probably against Bray at the Royal Rumble. He'll probably beat Bray at the Royal Rumble, then go on to face hopefully Edge at WrestleMania after Edge wins the Royal Rumble. Hopefully, if he's cleared by then, I don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen between now and the end of January if Edge decides to come back or not. I thought he was going to come back. There were people saying that he was going to. They wanted him to come back at Hell in a Cell to cost Orton the match, and Drew would have kept on with his title reign, which would have sucked because it ended at 202. So he had a pretty good 7-month reign, but it's time to stop. And Randy needed to get the belt to just warm it up for Edge whenever he comes back, whenever that may be. Maybe at the Royal Rumble, like I said, and him possibly winning the Royal Rumble, and then they start the 2-month feud all the way to Mania for their grudge match. I don't think there's going to be a stipulation or anything. It's just be for the WWE title. Edge beats him. It's his WrestleMania moment. And he gets the title for, I think, the 9th or 10th time. And probably hold it for a month because, he's not going to be there full time. probably lose to the AJ. Like I think it's gonna be that'll probably be his first opponent. Probably be AJ. I don't think it'll be anybody else. It could be Drew McIntyre. But it could be Randy again in a rematch for the 4th time. But I think it's gonna be AJ Styles at the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking. I think Jordan will be the Black Diesel, as I call him, helping AJ out in his matches, and it's gonna culminate in AJ getting the belt for the 4th time, and then AJ will hold the belt for a little while. I don't think too long. He'll probably lose maybe at SummerSlam. I don't know who. Maybe back to Drew. Maybe back to somebody new. I don't know. But AJ will probably get turned on by Jordan will turn on AJ. They might have this big behemoth beat the crap out of AJ. I don't know if they're gonna put him in matches because he basically sucks. He sucked in NXT. A lot of people say that he sucked in the ring, but who knows? He might have got better. Who knows? That's what I think might happen. I think AJ will get the belt and in the spring of 2021, hold it for a couple of months, and then probably lose the belt thanks to the big Black Diesel. I'm not talking about Shaq Diesel. That's what I think might happen. So mark it down right now that AJ Styles. I said it right here on as of this recording, October the 27th, 2020. AJ Styles will get the belt after the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. Mark it down. It could happen. It could not. I could be wrong. Most of the times I am, but that's how I would book it. The way that AJ's going right now, he's on a roll right now with his big Black Diesel guy, and him being the so-called Shawn Michaels, the phenomenal Heartbreak Kid. If you want to think of that, you think it that way, and that's all I gotta say with that. So, not a great Raw. I mean, they were just basically hyping up Survivor Series. The only good things that happened on the show was the Firefly Funhouse, the ending segment with Bray, Drew, Alexa Bliss, and Randy. That was a pretty good segment. Matches were kind of boring. The opening segment was all right with Drew and The Miz and Morrison. That was all right. But basically, this Raw sucked. Joe Cronin gave it a 1 out of 10. Whoa, that's really Joe. Ouch. Damn, Joe. I'm kind of being more generous, and some people might hate me for this, but I gave it 4 out of 10. Most people are giving it 4, 3s. Maybe some people like Joe gave it 1. JD disintegrated Raw again. That's how JD is. He hates Monday Night Raw. He hates everything, but it is what it is. Yeah, this Raw sucked. So I gave it a good old Bret Hart 4 out of 10 stars. And that's that. So we have the 3 members of the Raw team. We'll probably get the next 2 next week or the week after that. And we get the entire Raw men's team announced in the next couple weeks. This week, then we'll get this Friday on SmackDown. We'll probably have 2 or 3 qualifying matches for the SmackDown side. Like I said, it'll probably be Aleister Black, Apollo Crews, and Kevin Owens. Most likely. That's what I would put in there. And then the other 2, I don't know who it could be. Maybe I really don't know who. Chad Gable and probably somebody else. We put on the men's team. We'll find out the SmackDown women's team, probably led by Bayley. Probably have Tamina on there. I don't know who else. So I don't even know the SmackDown women's roster besides Bayley and Sasha. That's it. Besides Tamina, I think Tamina's the only woman left there. So I don't know who the SmackDown women's team is going to be besides Bayley and maybe Tamina. That's it. Unless somebody's doing double duty. So I'm surprised Natalya wasn't out for that match. I don't know why they didn't put Natalya in there. I don't know why they didn't put Naomi or well, I would say Carmella, but Carmella's just shaking her ass, and that's it. In these vignettes, and that basically they do these vignettes, and then Carmella gets drafted to Raw. We haven't seen her yet. Same thing with Naomi. She gets drafted to Raw. We haven't seen her. What's going on? Just basically the Asuka, Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax show, and with Lacey Evans and Nikki Cross and Peyton Royce and Lana sprinkled in. That's it. Good way to run your women's division, WWE. You suck. That's all I gotta say about that. That's all I gotta say. I'm done talking about this fucking company. So, like I said, 4 out of 10 stars for Raw. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments, or leave me you can do a video reply with your thoughts on Raw. If you have any questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up via hit me up via Facebook or Twitter with your questions. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook. Just type in Peter Gilman. You'll find me somewhere on Facebook, and you can friend me. Maybe I'll friend you back. If you're on Twitter, click the link down below on my Twitter page and follow me. We're still at 17,000 followers strong, on our road to 20,000 followers. Hopefully, probably by next year. But hopefully we'll get near 20,000 by the end of the year. But we'll see. So tell your friends and follow me on Twitter. I'm mostly on there sometimes. Sometimes doing Raw when I'm off work. Sometimes I'm usually off sometimes on Fridays, but most of the time now I'm working on Friday, so I miss SmackDown, so I'm not tweeting for SmackDown or some pay-per-views here and there. But like I said, follow me on Twitter at the Twitter link down below. Maybe I'll follow you back. Maybe I won't. But you can ask your questions there. You can talk to me. Leave a tweet, and we'll have a nice wrestling discussion. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So that's it for Raw. We'll see what happens on this Wednesday with NXT Halloween Havoc. Should be a pretty good show. Bring back Halloween Havoc 20 years later. We got 2 spin the wheel matches, which I think will be pretty good. Damian Priest and Johnny Gargano and Candice and Io. See what happens with those spin the wheel matches. Hopefully they land on something good. Not a coal miner's glove match. But we'll see. We also got what else we got on that show? I think that was it. We got Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley. That should be a hard-hitting match. Probably have some more other stuff. Maybe we'll have some stuff with Pat McAfee and company, with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, the new tag team champions, and the Undisputed Era. I think Adam Cole will come out pissed. And him trying to get revenge for what happened last week, as Pat McAfee was the man responsible for attacking Roddy, Kyle, and Bobby Fish. And Adam was still not medically clear to come back. So I think Adam will appear inside the Capitol Wrestling Center and call out Pat McAfee. And they'll probably set up something for War Games. Maybe inside War Games, but we'll see. And that'll be it for that. And then on AEW, we got the semifinals of the tournament to crown a new number 1 contender to the AEW title. We have Kenny Omega taking on Pentagon Zero Miedo in the first semifinal, and then we got Wardlow and Hangman Adam Page in the second one to see who goes to Full Gear in the finals. And I think who's going there. I don't have to even say it, but I think we'll see what happens with FTR and the Young Bucks after the FTR Pillmanized Matt Jackson's ankle. See how that plays around. Probably get some more with Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley ahead of their World Title I Quit match. See what happens with that. And some other stuff on the show that we should see. And it should be a good Dynamite on Wednesday night. I think they'll win again in the ratings, but we'll see what happens on Thursday. And then we got SmackDown on Friday. We see what they got for the Survivor Series. The SmackDown men's team probably get qualifying matches, like I said. Probably get the SmackDown women's team. I don't know who it could be besides Bayley and Tamina, but we'll see what happens with that. Probably get some talk from the Street Profits, some talk with Sami Zayn ahead of their matches at the Survivor Series. Probably get some more stuff. We'll probably get some stuff with Roman and Jay and Jimmy Uso. The aftermath of their Hell in a Cell match. Jimmy and Jay have to do Roman's bidding, so we'll see what happens with that. That should be pretty interesting. The only thing that probably be good on SmackDown this Friday night, back on Fox. They did 881,000 viewers on FS1, which is pretty not great, but not bad. But we'll see what happens this Friday night on Fox, as the World Series will be over tomorrow night, or maybe by Wednesday night. Game 6 is tomorrow night. Dodgers are up 3-2. So see if the Tampa Bay Rays can force Game 7. And we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it. Pretty good series so far. Not a great series, but not bad. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. And that's going to be your weekend as we head into Halloween. And then we got next week. We got the aftermath of Halloween Havoc from NXT. We got the go-home show for AEW. We got Full Gear next Saturday night on pay-per-view. I'll do my predictions next week for that show. Probably next Thursday, maybe next Saturday. I have to do it by next Thursday, so hopefully I have that day off so I can do the Full Gear prediction show. So I probably won't be able to do it Friday. So hopefully I'll get it done sometime next week. Get that up on episode 182 of the Gilmore Chronicles. We'll see what happens with that. And that'll be it as we start the month of November. And we'll find out who the President of the United States is by next Tuesday. Be Joe Biden and his socialist communism with Kamala Harris, the first might be the first ever female vice president. We thought it was going to be Malta Mondale and that other chick back in the 80s. I forgot what her name was. We thought that was going to happen, but didn't, because I think Reagan won. So we might get the first woman vice president. We'll see. Or it's going to be 4 more years of Mr. Trump. So go out and vote. If they still have early voting, go out and vote. If not, go out on next Tuesday and go place your vote. Hopefully you'll vote for Trump, but we'll see. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Go to sleep if you're in the Northeast. If you're in the West Coast, start thinking about going to sleep, getting your rest for tomorrow. And I hope everyone has a great Tuesday. If there's any news, I'll be here to give it to you. And if not, I'll probably just take the day off, just recharge my batteries. I'm fucking a mess, but I gotta get ready for work on Wednesday. And like I said, I'm gonna be the AEW review will be late Wednesday night, probably around 12, maybe 1 o'clock. Then my NXT review will be on Thursday evening, probably Thursday afternoon, because I want to have the rest of Thursday night off to recharge, because I got a long day on Friday, so I want to have a lot of energy for Friday. And then Friday night or Saturday, I'll do my SmackDown review, and then probably Halloween night when I get home from work, I will do my Halloween vlog on TGC 182, and then 183 will be my Full Gear predictions, and then we'll talk about Full Gear next Saturday night when I get home from work, because I'll probably be working at the night of Full Gear as usual. But we'll see. You never know. I could be off that night. I could watch the whole show, but we'll see. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Good night, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to watch my Hell in a Cell review down below in the description box. So check it out. Thank you for watching. I'm out. Adios, motherfuckers.